Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Joyce Yvette Davis, thank you so much for being here first. Hello to Mary H. and Bennett. Who else is here? Lady Trillion. Lydia Washington is here. Miranda Rios. And, oh, I'm so glad you said that. You guys, some of you all had sent me stuff on the wish list, and I didn't say anything. It's been kind of a busy couple days, so I lost track. But thank you so much for the items that I received from the wish list. I may have to add a couple things on there pretty soon, but thank you very much. Um, yeah, I'll send the thank yous personally with the thank you cards that's included with the gifts from the Royal Sussex wish list. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. Thank you all very much. Okay, making noise here. Let me see here. Oh, Maggie Howell is here. Joy Amore, Lorna Williams. Who else is here? Janice Goodrich. Lottie, Celia Nelson is here. Very cool. BW is here. Big Mama's in the house. And Emma D with those forget me nots for the profile picture. I love that. Ebony Cotton, Judy, Karen M. Thank you for being here. Deborah Robinson, Lady Metatrons. Thank you. VS Speaks Royally is in the house. Oh, you know what? While I'm doing all that, why don't I get my slides out? Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Slide. Okay, there we go. Slides are coming up. Again, thank you everyone who sent gifts on the official Royal Sussex wish list. Thank you a bunch. I love it, love it, love it. Um, I feel so spoiled too. I'm not gonna kid you. I'm a little spoiled by it. It's like I love the surprise of it. Um, it's like Christmas in June. All right, there we go. So, you guys, I don't know if you know it, but today is Prince William's 41st birthday. William is 41 today. Many happy returns of the day to Prince William. I tell you what, he's looking good for 41. He's fit, he's lean, and he's ready to lead. So, and that's why I always send those little messages to the sovereign to not stand too close to a flight of stairs or, you know, try to define your own end of the balcony and such, because you just never know. Kids are so rebellious nowadays. But happy birthday, Prince William. Hey, Church Nelly, uh, Dominica Isabella, hello. And who else is here? Looks like, oh, Educate You Too. Reba Henderson, Janet Lavalley, Mickey Muck, Mickey Muck. Okay, and Brenda Gray. Okay, did you guys know that it's William's birthday? Prince William is 41 today. 41, no shade, 41. And then, of course, there's the great news about the Sentalabe. They are returning to Singapore, which we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, they are returning to Singapore. Nadine, what's that for a year's membership? You know what? I don't have the other screen open. Why don't I do that so that I can see what you can see? All right, let me do that because I want to be able to see that too. All right. Uh, okay, I got this. Nobody help me. I can figure this out. Nobody help me. I can figure this out. I want to open up another screen because otherwise I'm going to miss those. But anyway, thank you so much for 1 year's membership, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Huh. Someone is shadier than I am. They have found this ghastly image of that Osborne girl that they have that they are featuring on the social media. I'm not going to share it though. It's even gross for me. Okay. All right. So I got the other window open so I can see what you all are seeing. Okay. And we're good. So, okay, Linda Lala, thank you so much for 4 months membership. Greatly appreciate it. And Nadine Burke, again, thank you for 1 year's membership. Very, very kind of you all. Okay, so let us go. Uh, as you guys know, there is a disaster in the works because of that submersible. And I have listened to quite a few things about that today on the social media. I even saw the interview with someone who had actually taken a trip down there, and they were saying how, let me see, Mission Impossible International Rescue Team of ultra high tech submersibles, jets, and ships searched the Titanic uh, 5 in 10,000. Okay, Titanic 5 in 10,000 square miles of the Atlantic as sonar picks up more ocean noise. Oh man. Okay. And people are saying that this thing was not um, very well built, and that a lot of what they used to build it was improvised. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because, oh my goodness, the thought of it is just so jarring to me that I'm just like, I feel like I can't catch my breath when I listen to them talk about this. So it is, not to take anything away from the poor people that's in there, but it makes me feel like I'm short of breath, like I'm running out of oxygen. So you could only imagine what it's like for the people that's down there. And oh man, so far I'm looking, I don't see where they have said that they have located them or anything like that. And then the real frightening thing for anyone to consider is the fact that even if they do come bobbing up to the top of the water, um, that it has to be open from the outside. You have to open it from the outside. You cannot open it from the inside. So they would have no way to get fresh air. Oh my goodness. Kathy G, thank you so much for 17 months membership. How is that possible? I keep asking. 17 months. And thank you. Sending love in return. Greatly appreciated. I'm so glad I opened up another window so I can see all the messages. That message doesn't come across on the StreamYard. I would have missed it. So thank you so much. What's that? E. Lichtenstein says, do you believe that they paid over $250,000 for the trip? That is staggering. That is staggering to consider. But, some people have that adventurous spirit. I try not to judge anyone, but just think of what else you could have done with that money. Just like the trip to the top of Mount Everest, that junkyard / graveyard. I would not be interested in going to the top of Mount Everest. What's up there? Now, if there was a Starbucks up there, I'd think about it because I'd walk a country mile for a Starbucks. But I don't know that I would just go there just to say I did. Um, it is it's very dangerous to go to the top of some of these mountains, and it's also very dangerous to go to the bottom of the sea. So, um, no judgment for them. I get the adventure part of it, but my goodness, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Church Nelly says no air, no snow is at the top of. Yeah, it's very thin up there. The climate is. I mean, you're literally at the highest point on the earth. Yeah, no value in that for most people, I'm afraid. You're never going to be the first one to do it. So it's been there, done that. All right. So again, it's Prince William's 41st birthday. I haven't heard any word about any type of entertainment or anything like that. But anyway, he's 41 today, and he's the future sovereign. And for that reason, I make sure that I show the utmost respect and deference where he's concerned, because he's the future sovereign. So it's important that we show consideration for that, if even if it's only for the people of the United Kingdom. So with great respect and admiration for the ultimate come up, being born into privilege, that is, and of course the ability to do absolutely nothing from day to day, and to I guess become a billionaire overnight. I have nothing but respect for that. So, 8 million pound helicopter, check. He's got it going on. So there you go. And not to mention a dancing broomstick of a wife. I mean, he's got it all made. He's got it covered. Tell you what, he never has to worry about his wife putting weight on. I think he probably gave up on that thought some time ago. So yeah, he's got it going on. Okay, so right here it says William apparently has another sexy nickname. Now, when I saw this tweet from the cut, happy birthday to Big Willie, aka the Prince of Pegging, aka Prince William, I said, oh, these squatties, sometimes we get so carried away with these reimagined headlines and, taking license with images and such. So I said, surely that cannot be a real article. Duh. Yes, it is. Prince William apparently has another sexy nickname. That is the actual article. That is not made up. It says, you'll never guess what Kate Middleton calls Prince William when they're alone together. And before you waste one of your 3 tries, no, it's not the Prince of Pegging. That one's, should I say, belongs to the British public. Is also not babe or darling. One are for, what is that? Which are for chase public consumption, unlike the particular pet name and endearment that is both spicier and more was it juvenile? Yes. It's not world's sexiest bald man 2021, nor is it Wombat, though that is apparently how the rest of the family knows him. Mercifully, it is not Babykins, which is reportedly what one called Herb. Ouch. You give up? You are simply dying for the answer. Okay, drum roll, please. It's Big Willie. Uh huh. Kate's flirty nickname for William is Big Willie. Or is it? Used to be per the Mirror. The tabloid suggests Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have retired the moniker because they certainly couldn't get away with using that today. I don't see why not. Big Willie, Big Willie. Come on now. Oh Lord. Um, I I'm gonna stick with the Prince of Pegging. Peggygate. But anyway, I think that the article is going to spawn another round of people calling him the Prince of Pegging. I know I am. Big Willy Wonka. Well, he does seem to have quite an affection for um, pulled pork sandwiches. Um, I hear that on some occasions he's willing to fly all the way to Poland for a pulled pork sandwich. So, check. I mean, he went all the way to Poland for a pulled pork sandwich. So, I don't know. I'm just not buying this Big Willie thing. Now, if you all recall, it wasn't that long ago that the Rolling Stones, a royal rumor might be inspiring straight men to get pegged, and that's beautiful. Searches for pegging went up 400% after a salacious rumor started circulating about Prince William's alleged sexual predilections. So that is one of them. And by the way, thank you, Anna Espinoza. Take a look here. Even Dr. Shola had to ask the question, can I please ask, no judgment, please, why Ryanair is offering Prince William 3 seats when he can afford a whole plane? Am I missing something, or is this to do with the pegging thing you enlighten me on? Just curious. I love the way Dr. Shola kind of snuck that in there. But that's another one of those tweets that I didn't think was real until I verified it. And yes, Ryanair, when that rumor started, Ryanair actually tweeted, William, we saved a seat for you. Um, and of course, you can see that one of the arms of the seat is raised in a rather provocative manner, one that is surely enough to make some people blush. But um, I tell you, if people are showing this kind of respect for William now, what's going to happen when he becomes king? And then, of course, one of the squatties told me, you know what? A knob in German, this is German for the word knob. Everybody can use it if he or she wants to. So apparently, every time I say Knopf, as in Jason Knopf, people think knob. And I'm just like, oh, 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 oh my goodness. That's interesting. So yeah, apparently Knopf in German means knob. And it just, I don't know, it's just a coincidence, right? That Jason Knopf um, has that name, and Knopf in German means knob, like doorknob. And anyway, why I added those photos to the comment, I have no idea. But I don't know. I just they kind of lend to the situation. But there you go. No judgment. No judgment. I'm pretty sure he would be hopping mad if he ever saw this. And speaking of hopping mad, how about hopping happy? Now, I went to look for some photos, and then I found this AI image of William celebrating his birthday. Now, it's hard to believe that the one on the left is the actual AI, and this old man on the right, that's actually William. This is not reimagined. This is not some type of app or anything like that. That is William. That is untouched, unedited William as he appears to most people that encounter him. So, Yeah, he's got kind of a dad vibe going on, but definitely not Big Willie. So let me see here. Take a look at a couple of your comments. Oh, ooh, okay. I have to be careful with some of these. Um, hey, Marshall, thank you for being here. Tony Reza and Gwendolyn Daniels, thank you for being here. But yeah, so that's okay. 1960 says, uh huh. Again, I'm being very careful with these. Okay. Lorna Williams, yes, sometimes they do exaggerate, don't they? Maybe when there's a necklace missing, you have to exaggerate. You know what I mean? If you have misplaced a priceless necklace from the royal collection, which coincides with your family going broke, I guess you have no choice but to come up with a clever nickname like that, huh? I mean, if you have misplaced something virtually priceless, you ought to flatter with a nickname like Big Willie. So if that is indeed a thing, well, at least we know why. Now, the other day they had a photo of William walking in that procession, and Kate grinning like, well, Kate. I tell you, no sooner than they assumed that nobody was paying attention, they reverted to kind. They went right back to their usual resting Wells's face. This is their set point. When they're amongst the public, they smile as much as they can because they want to try to offset some of the allegations about their marriage being in trouble. But the truth is, this is the actual pair as they see each other when they're away from the cameras. Now, here, obviously, there are still cameras, but the thing is, they smiled when it was most important. But this is an unguarded moment where you can see their faces are begging the question, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Um, they can fool some of the people some of the time, but anybody who's actually paying attention can see exactly what's going on. They are miserable. But Kate's family is broke, which means that Kate is broke, which means that um, she either stays in and puts up with it, whatever it is, stay in the fight, or if she ever leaves that institution, well, you know what happened to women that leave the institution, don't you? So nice try, though. Nice try. They had a big headline of how Kate was smiling adoringly at William, but this is that same occasion. Doesn't look like much of a smile to me. It looks like a couple of smirks. Isn't that something? Yeah, isn't that something? Let's see. Denise Pelou says, I am thinking what the reason for William is to be so cold to his beautiful wife. Yeah, one begs the question, why is he so cold? But then again, isn't she a bit frigid herself? Isn't it like they both kind of feed off of that, whatever it is? But it seems like they, by nature, are pretty hostile to one another. I mean, it was in, let's see, what year was that when they were in front of the fire at some gathering, and William touched her and she flinched and jerked away from him. I mean, what kind of reaction is that to your spouse? Like, don't touch me. So I think whatever coldness there is in the relationship is mutual. Let's see. William is very miserable in his marriage. He's finding it difficult to hide. Yeah, 10. It is very difficult to hide. He has a very sarcastic disposition. He is very impatient when he speaks. When someone speaks to him, his responses are always very. I notice how fast he talks, as though he wants to hurry up and get out of there so that he can get back to whatever it is he really needs to get back to. So it's just is that's a habit he has. I don't think that the royal engagements and duties and such, it's not his strong suit. He really doesn't want to do it. He wants people to look up to him and kiss his behind whenever he's around, but he doesn't earn that type of respect as far as I'm concerned. I think he's very impatient. I don't see that he's ever like embraced the position, as evident by the fact that he's 41 years old, and he, if he, God forbid, died tomorrow, he doesn't have a legacy. He doesn't have a legacy. But the truth is, I'm not sure exactly what the Queen's legacy was. I don't. And honestly, Charles, as much as I hate to admit it, I think Charles is more likely to have some sort of legacy in comparison to the Queen and to his own son. His own son. When his son takes the throne, he's going to step onto the throne the same way he's going to leave the throne. And that is making very little impact. Very little impact. I'm still waiting to hear exactly what the Queen has done. Through that whole mourning period, I kept waiting for them to say some moment when she really made a difference. And I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. There was nothing. There was nothing to talk about. She met every president but one, right? She was on the throne for 70 years. You don't know what she thinks, and that's it. That is her epitaph. So it's amazing you can get that for just, what is it, 350 million pounds a year? 350 million pounds to not know their opinion, to not know exactly how much wealth they've acquired, and to find out that they haven't really done anything. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Okay, here. Let me see. Kate is so uptight, she needs to relax by sleeping rough with a black man. And then she'll have a reason for grinning, grinning, and grinning. Yeah, like William. William has found his safe space, and that is sleeping rough with a black man on the streets of London late at night, sleeping rough with a black man. Okay, Baron, she opened Parliament. She smiled and waved. She had 4 kids. She wore stolen jewelry. Okay, well, I guess that'll have to hold us over until somebody leaves a legacy. Well, like I said, it's very interesting that Charles, as much as he has been a pitiful disappointment, you have to say that he has kept himself busy. But like, well, let me see. Stacey Solomon, I think she put it best.
Just don't get it. I don't get any of it.
What do you mean? You don't get what?
I don't get why we're so obsessed with these humans that are exactly the same. Like, it could be us four sitting there. I just don't get it.
But are you talking about what you mean as royals or as, like, Kim Kardashian? Because for me, they're becoming celebrities.
Well,
I love the
that's what
Queen.
they are.
The Queen
is their celebrity.
I love the Queen.
Brilliant.
I love the Queen.
For duty, responsibility,
She's always
figurehead.
worked really hard, hasn't
I would
she?
work hard if the whole country paid for me to have like 12 houses and work really hard.
But they don't pay for all of the houses. But
Just a few.
I love the Queen. What a brown noser. I love the Queen. Woo! I mean, she really lays in there with it, doesn't she? I love the Queen. And of course, if you don't know, the one who says that is the one with the polka dots on. That's the one who says it. I love the Queen. What a brown noser. Carlene Bedford, thank you so much for being here. I love the Queen. Okay, girl, you got the job now. Stop. I love the Queen. Oh, Big Mama says she married her cousin and stayed on the throne for 70 years. Well, it is the truth. What was it? Her cousin twice removed, once removed, twice removed. Oh, well, they that's how they did it back in those days. Surely nothing like that is going on today. But yeah, the Queen and Philip, they were cousins. Both descendants of Queen Victoria. How do you like that? I love the Queen. What a brown noser. You're right, Nellie. Cult. It is a cult. Okay. And so, meanwhile, as a reminder, and of course, again, thank you to the squatty who put this together. I'm sure that we really ought to add more to it, like Spare. I don't think Spare is here. So hopefully one of these days there will be a do-over. But let's see. And Archetypes is not here, right? But yeah, so this was up to a certain point. Some of the successes of the Sussexes, even though we have been overwhelmed with these horrific stories, one after the other, of people claiming that the Sussexes are not actually producing anything, that they're not doing anything, but yet this is what they've been doing for a few years now. I think it's an extraordinary success, in spite of the fact that the tabloid media has been on this hate campaign, that there has been briefing and leaks from the royal family. They have been working very, very hard, and I am very proud to support them for that reason. It's easy to do. They're easy to respect. They're easy to love for the hard work that they've done. So I have no regrets. And yeah, so just remember that, you guys. Just remember that. Don't get discouraged by all of the nasty comments on the social media. And of course, occasionally friends and family will ask you these ridiculous questions. Take a deep breath, swallow really hard, and try to stay on message. Don't make it personal. Don't get yourself put in Facebook jail or all of those other things that can happen. Just, just the facts. Stick to the facts. They have been very busy. They have produced a lot, and they have 2 little ones at home. All of that's going on. And these high achievers, and I do consider them high achievers, will continue to do the good work, and we will be there to support them. Okay, Diorgate. I'm going to create another gate. How about Dior Gate? Oh my goodness. I really just, I loathe the idea of bringing this up. But that hatchet face right there, the Queen, I'm sorry, culture. That's the culture section of Newsweek. A magazine which used to have some type of gravitas, but now it has become a gossip rag. Queen Camilla wears Dior as brand distances itself from Meghan Markle. Has it really? So you mean to tell me that Dior wants to, is this supposed to be the face of Dior? Is this the new face of Dior? Please tell me that that is the face of Dior so I can upchuck. This is supposed to be the face of Dior? Really? I mean, there are so many other people that you can consider as the face of Dior, but Camilla wears Dior's brand distance itself from Meghan Markle. So are we to believe that they have distanced themselves from the most influential woman in the world to someone who has become synonymous with the term side piece, side chick? You can turn them into a housewife and so on. We're to believe, we're to believe that there is an alternative reality, right? There's another dimension and universe where this is considered a worthy face for anybody's brand. Not even, the superficial part of it. I'm not even going to go with the appearance. That's obvious. But I'm just going to say, when it comes to character, she's not actually a profile in courage. She would lead the pack in terms of manipulation, but not exactly women's lib, not exactly a force of nature when it comes to being a girl's girl. Nay, not her. Leg says maybe Dior is branding itself for as animal friendly. Yes, perhaps they will try to find some vegan leather for some of their products in the future, I suppose, instead of, yeah, I hear you. Thank you so much, Legs. And thank you for the super chat. But yeah, so this is the startling face of Dior. I'm startled. I am startled. I am shocked. I am shaken, not stirred. Now, if you take a look here, this photo seems to have captured people's imagination. So, one of our favorite YouTubers has even chimed in by saying she would turn Dalmatians into coats. You can't convince me otherwise. I screamed when I saw that. But yeah, she she is kind of serving the Cruella de Vil. She is giving a bit of the Cruella de Vil. And if someone asked me if there was a member of the royal family who would be more likely to take like a litter of Dalmatians and turn them into coats, I would say Camilla. I would instantly say Camilla, followed by Kate, of course, but Camilla. Yeah, everyone's talking about this photo on Twitter and other places, but it's alarming. It is alarming, and I'm just like, oh, Diana's grandson is in this carriage with the very person who was instrumental in driving her out of the family and eventually out of the country. Not permanently, of course, but she ended up in that unfortunate situation in Paris. And I would say it was due in part to the likes of Camilla And now Camilla is riding in the carriage at the Royal Ascot. This is someone the Queen refused to meet for years. And now she's wearing the Queen's jewelry. Don't get me started again with that. But yeah, now she's riding in the Royal Ascot Landau. She's wearing the Queen's jewelry, and the nightmare just continues. And they say that Harry and Meghan made life very difficult for the Queen before she died. Not Camilla, not Andrew, the sick old man, not the divorce of 3 of her 4 children, right? None of that stuff pushed her over the edge. It was Harry and Meghan. I don't know that Harry and Meghan cost the Queen 12 million plus pounds, right? Or that we had the police circling, well, not the police, but we had someone circling Balmoral hoping to serve a court summons to Andrew, the sick old man, all of those things. But I can't help but think that if it was one thing that caused the Queen a lot of pain and suffering, it has to be Camilla. Camilla. It has to be Camilla. This is not exactly what the Queen was expecting. And maybe it's what the royal family deserved if they would have not pressured Charles to marry someone. Maybe that wouldn't have happened. But you know what they say, the unintended law of consequences. So maybe Camilla is the punishment that comes with trying to orchestrate who a person can marry. Maybe. But it doesn't take any responsibility away from Charles. Charles was the adult in the relationship. He was the adult in the relationship with Diana, older and supposedly wiser, but yet very, deliberate, scheming, maniacal in his approach to the relationship, knowing full well that once the kids come along, he was going to make sure that he did exactly what he wanted to do, and he expected her to be on board with it. So, yeah, that I cannot not think about that. Mama Jane, she's a witch. Yeah. I think they back in the old days, I think they had certain punishments for people that were practicing witchcraft. In modern days, of course, thank God that doesn't happen. But in olden days, she'd have been in a lot of trouble. The article about Dior, Camilla and Dior, is what some Nigerians call abaya. This is when a older person who is supposed to be dignified tries to compete with a much younger person and failing at it. Ooh, thank you so much for that, Ballas World. Thank you so much. I love that. Oh, love it. Fatima says her powers was always king obsession with her and gave her a green light to use his family to have the tabloids on her side while he simultaneously was opening trust for her children. Yeah. She has secured a fortune as well as security. And I'm not talking about physical, like police security, but she has secured a fortune for her children. Her children will never go hungry again. Okay. Not that they ever have, but they will never go hungry. They will always have some sort of status in that country. All of that is taken care of. Very fragile Charles is the borrowed ladder that she needed. Oh, well, okay. I really feel the next few months, the royal family will have a couple of losses. It will be quite sad and telling who is for each other back during the mourning period. That would be interesting. Well, you do have some people in that family that are very, very, very ill, not just old, but very ill. I believe that includes both the Prince Michael and Princess Michael of Kent. I don't think they're doing very well. And then, of course, there's a couple of other people in the family that have been very ill. And of course, we have been worried about one of the Queen's children. Um, I don't want to say his name because, you know, even though we've had fun with that person, we definitely wasn't wishing anything ill on him. But he doesn't seem to be doing well. So you're right about that. I think life is going to come rushing up very fast, and it is going to really test that institution because with the slim down monarchy, you'll notice that there's just the four of them. Let's see, four, five, six. Yeah, well, five. You got the Sophie, you got Ford Fiesta, you have Will and Kate working more than I've ever seen in life. And of course, lazy Camilla doesn't do much at all. She's always been lazy and she doesn't like to travel. So um, she's not capable of doing much. And I don't think many people really want to see her. And then, of course, there's Charles, who is working less than I've ever seen before. So, Kim, you are very correct about that. It is going to be interesting to see how things evolve. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But even the Duke of Kent, I mean, my goodness, he looks ghostly. So watch that space, as they say. Watch that space. Now, here is the Dior lady. There she is wearing a Dior. That A shape, that A shape that she wears. What do they call it? The A cut. That's everything she wears. And I guess she must have noticed how gorgeous Meghan looked in her Dior at the prayer service, and she decided I'll have one too. So, with slight differences, of course, she decided that she would don on the Dior look for herself. And well, there you see it. She looks like she's about to tackle someone. I mean, she looks like she's about to run and tackle someone, but she's wearing it. She's wearing it. It's a very generous cut, as she doesn't seem to understand the properties of an underwire. Um, Even if she were to try to find something that has 18 hours of support, it seems like as soon as she puts it on, it's down to like the it's down to like 2 hours left or something like that. So she hasn't discovered a good underwire. Um, so yeah, with all of that going on, even if she does wear a Dior, it's always going to look like something from a second-rate bridal shop. It is the mother of the bride couture. Full stop. Mama Jane, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yeah, she's always rocking the mother of the bride, like David's bridal mother of the bride outfits. And maybe they just go and buy stuff from the bridal shop and call it Dior. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe they sew their own labels in there. So, Exhibit A, that is not how you're supposed to wear Dior. Exhibit B. That is how you're supposed to wear Dior. That's it. That is one is an abomination to good fashion, and the other, well, as we know, our very elegant Duchess of Sussex is wearing it. One of them is wearing Dior, the other one is just wearing. Let's see. Dior is not distracted from Meghan at all. I don't believe that for one bit. I don't believe that. They're just blowing some hot air. I don't know. Meghan rode a horse. I'm sorry. I didn't know Meghan rode a horse into the Jubilee. Oh man, thank you so much for that, Legs. Oh, let me see. Well, Deborah Robinson, there is one thing that they could do whenever somebody has offended fashion. It is always important to call
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
I think that the fashion police should have been called. Anytime somebody does that to good fashion, somebody needs to call the fashion police. Somebody should have called the fashion police. She should not have been able to get away with that. She should not, well, not that she is getting away with it, but let's see, corpse or the corpse of the bride. Oh, thank you, Church Nelly. Corpse of the Bride. And if you take a look here, back in 2013, Camilla, wearing another one of those frumpy house dresses, actually made a visit to the Dior boutique in Paris. And right there, you can see that they actually sent one of those young executives of Dior. They sent him out there to beg her to go to another fashion house. I'm not sure that that's what the conversation is, but if I were able to, use body language as a cue, it seems as though they found someone to go out there and try to talk her out of wearing any of the Dior pieces. Yeah, that's what's going on there. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he was able to get through to her, but he was there to try to talk some sense into her. Mom, our clothes are actually for women. Mom, we definitely appreciate the money, but our clothes are for women. And while we sympathize with your need to try to be more elegant, but our clothes are for women, for ladies. Well, anyway, I don't think she was listening. I guess that's a horse of another color. Anyway, so again, this is how you wear Dior. As we know, Meghan was causing it with that. She was the moment at the Queen's Jubilee prayer service. Well, obviously, there's people in the family who would love to try to capture the spirit of these moments, but no. Now, of course, I would like to see her do this. Since Camilla wants to try to be Meghan, she wants to copy off of Meghan, go ahead and try the Aqua Zero pumps. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Get rid of those old hoof covers and go and get some Aqua Zero. There you go. Try that one on. I would love to see Camilla try to stomp around, go prancing around in a pair of those shoes. Now that I would be impressed. I would be impressed. Those delicate stiletto heels, it'd be a shame to see them things just snapped and discarded somewhere on the side of the road. But yeah, I would love to see Camilla go prancing out in some of those Aquazera pumps. And of course, here she is trying to steal the essence of the Princess of Wales, the people's princess, Princess Diana. Notice that Camilla keeps wearing chokers. She keeps wearing chokers, wearing chokers. Why do you feel this need to try to put those chokers on, those boxy shoulders and that broad neck? Chokers are made for dainty necks. They're so ladylike, but yet she keeps putting them on. I mean, look at how, see how, that's why they keep giving her those A-cut dresses, because she's always splaying herself out like that, trying to make herself look bigger and more menacing. She don't have to do all that. She looks pretty intimidating just being herself, but she goes stomping in there. Oh, man. I mean, bad things happen to nice clothes. That's the only way I can sum it up, is terrible, terrible thing happens to nice fashion. It's interesting how you can take some beautiful garments, beautiful, well-made couture fashions, and then just ruin it. And let us not forget either that Camilla went to Bruce Oldfield, who was Diana's dressmaker for years, and she even wore one of his gowns to the coronation. There's something going on there. There's something going on in this woman's psyche. It's like she has trophies. She used these situations, these moments, like a trophy. I'm sure she has photos that she keeps as trophies to remind her of her conquest. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. The only thing that makes sense is that, like, for instance, yesterday we talked about this. There she is wearing the Queen's mother's brooch, which was the Queen's brooch. I don't have words. I don't have words. And maybe she needs that to reinforce the idea that she's earned this place, that she belongs in these spaces. And the people in the aristocracy, they're not going to say anything to her. They're not going to make a fuss about it. Everything that was going to be said has been said already. They are just patiently waiting for her to make her transition, and then that will be the end of it. There'll be nothing else said about it. It would be as though she never existed. Trust me, when William gets in there, when William gets on the throne, and by the time Kate gets through, it'll be as though she never existed. So right now, she, like I said, she gets to be the pretty girl at the party, which is a feat unto itself, but she gets to play the pretty girl. But by the time she's gone, she will be all but forgotten. I mean, think about it. There's barely a mention of the Queen. Nobody mentions the Queen. There's no mention of the Queen. And they are going to make Camilla disappear. She is going to disappear. When her time comes, she is going to be a footnote in history. I promise you that. She's going to be that subject on the documentaries, that bittersweet subject on the documentaries. Oh, so you, Joy Moore, are you trying to say if she didn't wear something around her neck, she would feel kind of naked? She wouldn't feel all together. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay. If she didn't feel like she was pulling a cart, then she wouldn't. Okay, I got you. That's probably why she went charging into the Westminster Abbey on Coronation Day. Oh man. Well, you know, if for whatever reason she's no longer a member of the royal family, she could always do some of those Budweiser commercials. You know those commercials, right? The Budweiser commercials where they have that they have the beer being pulled by the Clydesdales. She could always do some Budweiser commercials. Yeah, I know I'm being super petty, but she just rubs me. That chick right there rubs me the wrong way. Ooh, she rubs me the wrong way. I could never get past her. She really rubs me the wrong way. Oh my goodness. And of course, there was that time when she was in a Hollywood production, if you guys recall, when Camilla was in a Hollywood production. And yet she gave up her career so that she could become a real life queen. She gave up her Hollywood career, um, which started during the silent movie era, right into the talkies. But she gave up that career when she started dating Charles. So, okay, I'm done, you guys. I'm done. Let's go on to something else. I am done, done, done. Am I? Yes, I am. Okay, so be better. Princess of Wales Garter Day outfit exposes huge royal problem. The Princess of Wales turned up a hugely important royal event. Turned up to a hugely important royal event this week in one very controversial outfit that has sparked backlash. So the thing is, with people going through a cost of living crisis, here is Kate. While the polka dot number was made specifically for the princess, a similar one will set you back $2,792. That's more than the average monthly mortgage payment in the UK. So this parade with these ancient costumes was one thing, but Kate has been splashing the fashions lately. Not all of it good, by the way, but she has been breaking out in quite a few frocks lately, which, of course, is part of her duty as the Princess of Wales. But at the same time, it also reminds people that there is a cost of living crisis. And it reminds people of the privilege that the royal family has at the taxpayer's expense. So that is the point that they were making, is that, yes, it's a lovely outfit. While polka dot number was made specifically for the princess, a similar one would set you back $27.92, which is more than the average mortgage payment in the UK. In fact, her whole outfit, including shoe, handbag, hat, and gown, would have cost, based on prices of similar items, $6,000. $6,000, not pounds, but they're doing this in dollars. Where we really hit P for a whopping great problem, and it is a great problem, is when you realize Kate has worn an estimated $17,957 worth of nearly identical or very similar polka dot dresses In the last few years alone, almost 18,000 just on spotty dresses. She has the brown one. She has a blue one. She has the black polka dot dress. And she has a couple others. There's one two-piece number, and then there's another one that is belted. So they're adding up all of these dresses, and they say that based on the actual outfits themselves, that's about $18,000 worth of dresses. She has also promised to return a share of the 1.8 billion. Oh, that is, Charles has promised to return a share of that 1.8 billion windfall to the Crown estate, which looks lovely on paper, but remember the way they pay the royal family is they take the money in to the Crown estate from a percentage of the taxes and then give some of the money back, keeping it's like some kind of shell game or something. So again, with the cost of living crisis, it is a stark reminder to the public about the privilege that they have. Of course, most of the papers are not going to cover that. I think this news service is from, is it Australia? Yeah, I think it's an Australian news service. But anyway, I'm surprised they were critical of her, but they were. Oh, that bird's nest, the polka dot bird's nest. And then this little messy piece of work here, if you recall her comment, this is still trending like crazy. As a matter of fact, people have been very quick to remind us of what she said on The View some years ago. If you kick out the Latinos, who's going to clean your... Well, anyway, she mentioned Donald Trump. She said to Trump, if you kick out Latinos, who will clean your toilets? That was disgusting. And the ease in which that poured out of her mouth, I can't help but think like mother, like daughter, two of a kind. They are two of a kind. And I'm pretty sure that even though she said that she, didn't mean it that way, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That's probably table talk for them. I'm pretty sure that if you were at their dining room table, you'd get some of that and a whole lot more. So let's talk about Friends. Let's talk about Friends. Right here, it says Sentalabe ISPS Honda. That sounds weird. I'm thinking the car Honda with an O, but Honda Polo Cup 2023 Singapore Polo Club. We are proud to announce our partnership with Sentalabe, whose patrons are Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and Princesa, for the annual Sentalabe ISPS Honda Polo Cup. So save the date. It says Saturday, 12 August 23, Intercontinental Singapore. Oh, there you go. So I believe it. Well, let me see who said this. This was, okay, I think this was Royal Suitor says, White Pants season is back. The Sentalabe ISPS Honda Polo Cup is making its return to the Singapore Polo Club on the 12th of August. The tournament was last there in 2017. Always fun to see Sentalabe co-founder Prince Harry and Ambassador Nacho Figueras play. So yes, they are going to be in Singapore. Now, actually, I think it was 20, let me see, Sentalabe, Duke of Sussex. Okay, wrong slide. But 2017, that was the first time they were in Singapore. So they are going to try to say, the Derangers are going to try to say that Harry is only going to Singapore because of Will and Kate going to Singapore. No, actually, Will and Kate is going to Singapore because Harry has already been there. See right there? Sentalabe was in Singapore. Oh, no, it was 2018. They are going back there this coming August. Someone probably had the scoop the same way the person suddenly chose to visit Boston after hearing through the grapevine that the Kennedy Foundation was going to honor Archwell. Which makes a lot of sense because when the Kennedy Foundation honored Archwell, the Robert F. Kennedy Ripples of Hope Award, when they honored Harry and Meghan, then all of a sudden, here we go with Will and Kate going to Boston. And now, of course, because Sentalabe is going to be there in Singapore, that explains why that happened. They must have gotten some word about Singapore and decided, oh, we'll have that too. So there you go. This is another case of them being stalked by Will and Kate. No doubt about it. And then take a look here. There is a future commander-in-chief. And thank you to the person who posted these on the interweb. Love that. I could see her doing the job. I could definitely see her in the position as President of the United States. And I would definitely vote for a future commander-in-chief if I've ever seen one. Also, today is 20 years. I'm not, what am I saying? 20 years, almost 50 years. Was it 49 years? Yeah, no, 49. 60. What am I saying? 50. Is it 52 years? No, 53 years. Oh, Lord, my math is all over the place. Remember Goodman, Cheney, and Schwimmer and the price they paid on this day in Mississippi after fighting for voting rights. Anyway, this is the anniversary of when they came up missing. Lex says, it's no coincidence. Baldy definitely knew Harry was gone. I don't doubt it, Lex. I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it at all. He must have gotten some inside information, and then they decided they were going to Singapore. I don't know how their trip to Singapore is going to impact the people of Britain, but that is why they're going. Thank you again for the super chat. And this is this was a Norman Rockwell sketch as he imagined it, of the secret murder of voting rights heroes Goodman, Cheney, and Schwimmer in Mississippi on this day in 1964. 59 years. Okay, there you go. That's my grade school math. Thank you, Bev Smith. And good news for those of you who remember, love, and respect John Lewis. Today, it is officially available, the John Lewis postage stamp. It was unveiled in the Capitol Rotunda today. I think they were in the Rotunda. But anyway, you are able to buy the John Lewis postage stamp. So get them before they're all gone. Make sure you go to your post office or wherever you buy your stamps so that you can find the official John Lewis postage stamp. John Lewis, of course, the civil rights activist, he said, never be afraid to make some to make some noise and get in good trouble, necessary trouble. And lastly, let's go into the world of AI. Now, we have been having fun with these AI images. Amen. Well, here's a few that I found on the social media. I really do like the Harry and Meghan one. But for some reason, the AI, for whatever reason, it keeps making Willie look like a bit of a dandy. I don't know how they created this. You know, you have to ask the computer to make the image. Well, as you can see, it assumes that William is going to wear bright pinks and yellows and oranges and such. So that is how the AI, the artificial intelligence, that is the way AI envisions the Prince of Wales. And then also, I believe that the AI has a bit of confusion when it comes to the Queen Consort. I think the AI thinks that she's a dude because look at the body on the yellow suit there. I mean, look at that body. The computer seems to believe that Camilla is a dude, a very handsome dude at that, but a dude. And that tracksuit, I'm not sure that, but it seems like the arms are a bit hairy. So the computer seems to think that Camilla is a fella. But this is how the AI pictures Harry. Harry has washboard abs. He's wearing a lei and some blue sunglasses. And of course, the ginger hair. That is the way the computer pictures Harry. And with that, you guys, I think we are done. Yes, we are done. So thank you very much. I like the Harry AI. Pretty cool. So, as per usual, there are our queens. And when you see our queens, you know that we have reached the end of our broadcast day. Thank you so much to the Mod Squad for keeping this a safe space. Thank you all for your very generous contributions. Also, thank you for all your comments, likes, shares, and otherwise. Greatly appreciated. And also, please make sure you always support these Sussex-friendly spaces. Thank you all for staying up so late. And in advance, Connie Bomber! Just in case Connie Bomber watches later. But yes, thank you all very much. What's that? Kelly Osbourne is totally worthless. Her greatest accomplishment in life is being a bum. You got a bell for that. Okay. Cannot imagine British royal family dressed up lavishly, yet majority of their people are struggling for a living. Yeah. Spending that much money, which is the average cost of a mortgage. The average cost of a mortgage. The most expensive royal family in all of Europe. The most expensive. What they spend on the British royals in a year would be enough to maintain the Spanish royal household probably for 100 years. It's a lot of money. Okay. In 1967, the British had returned Singapore. The Queen was so embarrassed, she sent Charles to be shamed. Oh, I didn't know that. I remember when Charles went to Hong Kong, but of course, I was probably too young to remember the Singapore thing. Ah, very interesting. Very interesting. I don't think the Queen has ever gone to any of the countries that got independence, has she? I think she's probably gone to visit after the fact, but not exactly when they gave up power. I think that was more of a Charles deal. Yes, Kathy Gabby, good trouble. Harry and Meghan need to announce they are taking up skydiving so we can all see Kate manic grin fall out of a plane. If they say it, she'll do it. If they say it, she'll do it. Looks better than the real person. Here, here. Let's go back and take a look at those. Well, they did smooth her out a bit. They did smooth her out. If only William was that much fun. Well, he is fun in certain situations, I'm sure, like pulled pork sandwich restaurants and such. I think AI got Camilla right. She is the king after all. Thank you, Joanne Moore. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, of course, even the AI loves the Sussexes. Not sure exactly what, they say the AI has a problem with hands. They say the AI has a problem with hands. A lot of times they give them too many fingers. But if you notice that picture up there at the top with Charles and Meghan, you can see they gave Charles that puffy red hand. It's a little smaller than real life, but you can see he still has that puffy red hand. Did we ever find out what's up with those hands? Carolyn Teal, thank you so much for being here. All right, you guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I got a heap of work to do tonight. So no rest for me, but thank you all very much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. All right, love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And our last word of the day is good night, everybody, or everyone. All right, let me see here. Let me go back to, stay with our queens. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.